Hey guys, thanks so much for being here for this next session of Undesk the Body. Today you're just going to need a set of 5 dumbbells. We're really going to get a great full body workout today, but we're really going to focus on the legs and getting them out of that 90-degree position from sitting in your chair all day, every day. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with 20 minutes of full body warm-ups, and then we're going to go through the fitness routine 2 times. So let's get warmed up. Hands on the hips. We're going to go up high on the toes, back on the heels. Up high on the toes, back on the heels. Belly button into the spine, warming up the shins and the calves. Excellent. Belly button into the spine, shoulders back, chest out. Get those heels nice and high, right behind the toes. Don't let the ankles bow out at all. Give me 2 more. Last one. Now bring the feet wide, arms wide, hips facing me, and we're going to twist that upper torso, warming up the core. Hips stay facing forward, facing your screen. Twisting that torso. Hands behind the mid-back. Give me 2 more each side. Last one each side. Now bring the arms out parallel to the floor, feet hip width apart, toes in front of the heels. We're going to squat back and kick and squat and kick. Foot comes across the body up to the opposite hand. Rear and hips come back and down behind the knees and then up and forward. Give me 2 more each side. 1 more each side. Now let's work on our posture. Hands at the mid-back. Draw the shoulders, elbows back, chest out. We're gonna rock and kick. Working on our posture, warming up those quads in the front of the upper leg. Heel comes up to the rear. Belly button push into the spine, into those hands. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one each side. Now we're going to get some lateral movement and opening up those legs in the hips. We're going to step nice and wide to the side, kick with the opposite foot, cross, both feet are flat. We're going to come down, touch the toes, and come up through the heels and apart. Kick, cross, tap, soft bend in the knees, come up through the heels. Back and forth. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. 1 more each side. Last one each side. Inhale down, exhale up. Now let's work on our balance and opening up those hips, making those legs move around the torso. We're going to plant the left leg. Right foot's going to come forward and down, working it back like a clock. Front corner and down, out to the side. Back corner. Straight back, tighten the rear. Again to the back. Back corner, working it back towards the front. Out to the side. Front corner. Straight ahead. Switch legs. Forward and down. Front corner and down. Out to the side. Back corner. Straight back. Tighten that rear. Again to the back. Back corner. Out to the side. Front corner. And then finish out straight ahead. Now, since it's really good to have to think while we exercise, we're going to work on our coordination as well as our balance. Feet hip width apart, toes in front of the heels. We're going to reach up high, forward, beneath, come into a squat and hold. Knees over the heels, one arm, the other, come up nice and tall. Forward, beneath, squat and hold, rear and hips behind the knees. Nice job. Forward, beneath, squat and hold, rear and hips low. Now, curl those toes up to the ceiling so you're just using the heels. Forward, beneath, squat and hold, rear back and then down. Give me 5 more. 5. And 4. 3. And 2. Last one. Forward, beneath, squat and hold, rear low, One arm, the other, come up nice and tall. Bring those hands down. Bring your feet wide. Push the knees to the back as you come down, stretching out those hamstrings in the back. Gotta get those hands low. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up through the heels. We're gonna go into jacks or modified jacks, 30 seconds. Feet wide, feet together. Full range of motion over the head and touching the thighs at the bottom. If you're doing modified, lean into it. Fingertips still touching, chest towards the knees. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now roll the shoulders to the back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. To the front. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, now we're gonna go into a squat and hold or a wall sit. Feet should be hip width apart. Toes in front of the heels, rest that back against the wall. We're gonna walk the feet out and then drop the rear. Knees should be over the heels. Palms on the wall, shoulders into the wall, middle of the back into the wall, belly button into the spine, spine into the wall. Extend the neck up high, drop those shoulders, curl the toes up, push through those heels. Halfway there. Remember, it's okay if your quads are feeling on fire. It means you're working super hard. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push up. All right, now we're going to warm up the upper body. Feet wide, arms wide, circles to the front. Warming up those shoulders, toning those underarms. Now you can also engage the core, tilt the pelvis forward, and tighten the rear. Work that lower body while you're working the upper body. Big breath, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down. Arms are gonna come back out and we're reversing that circle to the back. Shoulders should be really feeling it now. Engage the core, engage the rear. Hold that head high, we're halfway there. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down, shoulder shrugs. Shoulders high, hands low. Shoulders high, hands low. Shoulders to the ears, pushing down to the floor, up high and low. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now bring the arms out to the side. We're going into over-unders. One hand over and then the other hand over. One hand over and then the other. No swaying of the hips, no arching of the back. We're just opening up the chest, strengthening the back and the shoulders. 5, and switch. 4, and switch. 3, and 2. One more each side. Bring those hands down. Arms come forward. We're going to do a similar motion. Squeeze in the back, clap in the front. Squeeze in the back, clap in the front. Open and close. Open and close. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands down. Let's push it away with windmills. One arm across the body and out. The other, and now both. Again, one arm, the other, and both. 3 more. Opening up those shoulders. Opening up the chest. 2 more sets. Last set. And both. Now your neck. Look to the side. Center and switch. Center, side, center, switch. Center. One more. Now up to the ceiling, down to the floor. Ceiling and floor. One more. Ceiling and floor. Roll that neck out in a big circle. And reverse. Nice job. Now we're going to go to the wall. For a wall sit, if you want to add some difficulty, you can elevate the arms over your head. If you don't have an open space at your wall, you can go into a squat and hold. Feet are hip width apart or lower in the rear. You can have your hands at your side or bend the elbows, hands over the head. Just don't put the hands on your thighs. Push those elbows and wrists into the wall, belly button into the spine, spine into the wall. Curl the toes up. Halfway there. Push through those heels. Find a focal point and breathe into it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those hands, push up through the heels. All right, now we're gonna go and conclude our warm-up down on the mat. We're gonna start with a plank. So starting on your hands and knees, you can be on your elbows underneath the shoulder or on your palms underneath the shoulder as well. Knees hip width apart. We're gonna rock the knees back or come up onto our toes in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Either slide those knees back nice and wide or bring the feet back nice and wide. Rear should be low, hips should be low, but not arching the back. Keep them up so the front of the body and the back of the body are in a straight line, no rounding of the shoulders. So squeeze the shoulder blades, push through the shoulders into the palms or the elbows into the floor. Hold it there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down to the floor. Point the toes, extend the legs, plant the hands, extend the arms. Holding it here, or you can go down onto the elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the rear all the way back to the heels into child's pose. Knees wide, keep the rear back here. We're gonna extend the arms forward, drop the elbows, drop the forehead to the ground, stretching up the back, the legs, the hips, and the inner thighs. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hands, come up and forward. We're gonna go into bird dog, a great balance and coordination exercise that's great for the back and the core. We're gonna reach out opposite arm, opposite leg, come back to center. Opposite arm, opposite leg, come back to center. Hands come back under the shoulders, knees come wide under the hips. We're gonna flex that foot, heel's gonna come right behind the rear. Excellent, keep going. Square the hips and the belly button up with the knees in the floor. Don't let them move with that leg. Give me 5 more each side. Big exhale and push and reach. Big exhale, push and reach. 4 more each side. 3 more. 2 more. Finish out each side. And relax. Now we're gonna go into those back strengthening exercises. So grab a hand towel or a pillow. We're gonna go on our stomach. Legs are extended, pointing the toes. Make sure you have room to the side of your body and over your head. Forehead rested on the towel. Give yourself plenty of room to breathe. Toes are pointed, palms at the side of your hips, facing up. We're gonna push up high and low. Push up as high as you can and low. Opening up the chest, strengthening the back and the shoulders to prevent that rounding of the shoulders. 1 more. And relax. Now we're gonna slide the hands 6 to 8 inches from the thighs. Push up high and low. Up as high as you can and low. And breathe. And 2. And 1. Relax. Flip the wrist. Hands are coming out to the side of the shoulders. We're gonna come out and up and down, out and up like a bird, and squeeze the shoulders together. And 2. And 1. Relax. Now, same position, but we're gonna make a fist. Thumbs are coming up. Little rotation here. Thumbs and elbows up and low. Up and squeeze and low. And 3. And 2. And 1. Relax. Arms are gonna come over the head. You're gonna have a soft bend in the elbows. Head and toes might wanna come up with this one. Keep them on the floor. We're gonna come up high and low. Even if it's an inch and low. Pull from underneath. And 2. And 1. Relax. Make a fist. Thumbs up in the same position. Thumbs up high and low. As high as you can and low. And 3. and 2, and 1. Relax, hands flat, drop the elbows to the side of the shoulders. Hands and elbows come out and up and low, up and squeeze and low. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And 2, and 1. Relax, make a fist, thumbs up, thumbs and elbows, high and low. Finish it out, high and low. 3 more. 2. Last one, squeeze and low. Nice job. Awesome. Great approach to undesking your body. All right, now we're going to go over onto our back into glute bridges, stretching out the back, firing up those glutes and opening up the hips. Feet hip width apart, toes in front of the heels, fingertips towards the heels. Roll the shoulder blades underneath you. We're going to extend from the hips, hips up high, rear tight, come down and relax. Up high, rear tight, come down and relax. Knees over the heels, fingertips towards the heels. At the top, your glutes should be engaged in the back. Hips should be held up high, but not too high. The hips should be in line with the knees and the shoulders. Give me 8, and then we're holding. 7, push through the heels. 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, let's hold at the top, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, breathe, 2, and 1, down to the floor. Now let's keep the knees bent. We're going to also bend the elbows to 90 degrees, work on our overhead range of motion. Push the belly button, mid back, and upper back into the floor, as well as the shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingertip. Don't let the wrist arch, push them behind you. We're going to glide those fingertips up over the head. Let the fingertips touch. Don't let the back arch here. Push it back down. And then bring the elbows back down to the side of the shoulder. And again. And draw it back down. Now, if your shoulders are too tight today, you can start with your palms up down at your hips. Do a straight arm all the way up over the head. Don't let the wrist or the elbow come off the ground. No arch in the back here. Push it away. Belly button into the spine as you bring those hands back down. Give me 1 more. And big exhale out. Now we're going to work on rotation. Fingertips up to the ceiling, elbows out to the side of the shoulder, palm and wrist to the ground by your side, fingertips up, back of the hand and the wrist to the ground by your head, back and forth. Belly button into the spine, no arch in the back. Give me 2 more. Last one. And relax. All right, we're going to come into a standing position and grab our 5-pound bells. We're going to get started with some weighted squats. I'm going to do 20 of them. Getting ourselves out of that seated position from the desk, opening up the hips and strengthening those glutes. We're going to have the feet hip width apart, toes in front of the heels, so you can have your toes out slightly, bells at your side or at the shoulders. So if your bells are at your side, they're going to come forward in front of the shins, rear comes back, and then hips come forward. Hips and rear behind the knees, bells in front of the shins. Now make sure you're using the heels, toes are curled up to the ceiling. Pelvis is coming back, and then up and forward. Coming back low, and then up and forward. I'm just going to demonstrate to the side. Rear's coming back, hips coming back, then both come forward. Bells come in front of the shins, and then they come forward. Give me 10 more. Breathe out. Inhale down. Breathe out. 8 and 7 and 6, 5 and 4. Slow and focused. 3 and 2. Last one. And relax. Now we're going to work on undesking the body again. We're opening up the chest and bringing the shoulders back, strengthening the back. So we're going to keep the bells in our hand. Hips are over the heels. And we're going to bring the hands and shoulders down and then pull them back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, again, down and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. 3, 2, 1, relax. Hips stay over the heels as you bring them back. 2, 1, relax, down and back. Hips over the heels. 3, 2, 1, relax, down and back. Squeeze in the back. 3, 2, 1, relax, down and back. Hold, squeeze. 2, 1, relax, down and then back. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, down and back. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more, down and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you can see in the back, my shoulder blades are squeezed together. Bells are behind the rear, and it's opening up the chest. All right, we're gonna go down to the floor with our bells. Rest of our time is gonna be on the floor. I'm gonna go into a lying chest press with our legs elevated. Legs are gonna be elevated to 90 degrees so that we engage the core and work the legs. So elbows start out to the side, feet are flexed, knees are hip width apart. We're gonna push up, bells touch over the chest, elbows come down wide, belly button into the spine, bells touch, elbows touch, bells touch, elbows touch. At the top, you have a soft bend in the elbows, belly button pulled into the floor, knees should be hip width apart. Give me 7 more, 7, and 6, and 5, 4, push from the chest, 3, and 2, last one, and pull them down. Get rid of those bells. We're gonna stay on our back. We're gonna open up the hips and tone the legs. So we're gonna go into painted leg raises on the right side. So just the thumbs under the rear, left leg is bent, heel at the rear, toes are pointed on the right foot. We're gonna come up over the hip, flex the foot, and come all the way down to the ground. Point, elevate, flex, and lower. Soft bend in the knee as it comes up. It's gonna help the back. Belly button pulled into the spine so you're working the core. We're getting that leg out of that seated 90-degree position while we're toning them here. Give me 10 more, should be starting to feel it. 9. Having that other leg bent is also going to help support your back. So if you have lower back pain, with any exercise, try bending your legs, either having a soft bend or a full bend in the knees, depending on the movement. Give me 5 more, 5. Know those quads are feeling it. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, point, elevate, flex, and lower. Now we're gonna bend that right leg, extend the left, point the toes. We're gonna elevate, flex, and lower. Point, elevate, flex, and lower. Pull that belly button into the spine again, spine into the floor. Get that heel as high as you can, opening up that hip and the hamstring. Point, elevate, flex, and lower. Point, elevate, flex, and lower. I know you're feeling the burn. Give me 5 more, keep that knee softly bent. 3, 2, last one. Point, elevate, flex, and lower. Now we're gonna go on our hands and knees into bird dog holds, just like with the warm up. So the hands are wide under the shoulders, knees are wide under the hips. We're really gonna challenge our balance by holding the position. So we're gonna plant the left leg or the left hand in the right knee as we extend the right hand and the left leg, hold, and then come back to center. And out and hold, flex that foot. and back to center. Hands wide, knees wide. Square the hips up with your planted knee and the floor. Don't let your hips move. As you extend, arms should be parallel to the floor. Out, let's extend it longer. And back to center. Give me 4 more. And back to center. 3 more, hold. Back to center. 2, hold. Back to center, last one. And relax. Now we're gonna reach out with the other side. Left hand, right leg, let's go. Out and hold. Find your center of gravity. Come back to center, out and hold. Back to center, out and hold. Back to center, square those hips up, belly button into the spine. Let's hold it longer, out and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, back to center. And again, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to center. And again, out. 4, 3, 2, 1, back to center. 2 more. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, back to center. Last one. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now we're going to go lay on our sides, working those hips. So we're going to stack the hips, knees, and heels. And the head is going to be rested on your hand. You can also lay all the way on the ground if you have a shoulder issue here. We're going to flex the feet, and we're going to make some W's or some M's here with our legs. So we're going to come straight up, and then down about 1 inch from the heel, and straight up and forward. Straight up and down, straight up to the back. Now as you're moving that foot, make sure your hips stay stacked and the hip does not move with that foot. You can feel free to rest that hand in front of you for balance and support. Pull that belly button into the spine and engage the core. Give me 2 more. It's okay if you're a little wobbly. Pull that belly button to the spine to engage the core. That's going to help stabilize the torso and the lower legs. And come back to center. Excellent. Now we're going to bring the heels to the rear. Knees are coming forward. Hands at your hip bone. We're going to go into clamshells. So keep those heels at the rear as you bring the top knee up to the ceiling. Try to point it straight up. Challenge yourself, really opening up the hip here and come down. And open up and come back down. If you need to add a little extra difficulty, if you're familiar with these and want to add some more difficulty to your routine, you can feel free to tie a TheraBand together or grab a Versa loop and put that around your thighs about 2 to 3 inches above the knee. Again, don't let those hips move. Just like with the side lying leg raises, don't let those hips come forward or backward. They should be stacked. Give me 4 more. 4, get that knee high. 3, and 2, last one. Open and close. Now we're gonna go up and over to the other side. Side lying W raises with the legs here. Make sure the shoulder is comfortable. You don't want an impingement here. Hips, knees, and heels stacked, feet flexed. And we're gonna come straight up and down, up and forward, up and down, up into the back. Now while you're doing this, make sure that the heels are coming about 1 inch or 2 from each other or from the floor. Don't let them touch. Challenge yourself. Don't let those hips move. Give me 2 more. Last one. Up, down, up, forward, up, down, up, into the back. Now we're going to stack everything again, bringing the heels to the rear, knees come forward, hands at your hip bone. We're going to do clamshells, open it up on this side, and then the knees come back together, knee up to the ceiling, and then together. Give me 10 more, keeping those hips stacked, tightening the rear and the back, opening up the hip. Give me 8 more. And 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, last one, open and close. All right, grab a quick drink, and we're gonna grab those 5-pound bells, go back to the top with weighted squats. Again, feet are hip width apart, toes in front of the heels. You can turn those toes out slightly. Bells rested at your side or on the shoulders. We're gonna do 20 of them. Rear back and down, hips back and down, hips up and forward. Inhale down, exhale up. Knees stay over the heels. We're gonna curl the toes up. Toes should be in front of the heels. Belly button into the spine, engage that core. Give me 10 more. Bell in front of the shins and then at your side. In front of the shins and at your side. 8. Big exhale. 7. 6. Big exhale. 5. And 4. Rear low, hips low. 3. And 2. Give me 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Now we're going to turn to the side. Stack the shoulders, hips, and the heels. We're going to go into the shoulder packing. We're going to go down and back. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Down and back. Hold. Squeeze. 2, 1. Relax. Again. Down and back. Hold. Squeeze. 2, 1. Relax. Down and back. Belly button into the spine. 2, 1, relax. Again, drop down and back. Hold, squeeze. 2, 1, halfway. Down and back. Hold, squeeze. 2, 1, relax. Down and back. Hold, squeeze. 2, 1, relax. 3 more. Down and back. Hold, squeeze. 2, 1. Relax, drop down and back, hold, squeeze, 2, 1, last one, down and back, hold, squeeze, 2, 1, relax. All right, grab those bells. We're going back down to the mat on our back. Lion chest press with the legs elevated to 90 degrees. Feet are flexed, knees wide over the hips. Elbows start out to the side of the shoulders, belly button into the spine. We're going to push up, pull down. We're doing 15. Push up from the chest, pull down. Let those elbows touch the floor out to the side of the shoulders. Bells touch overhead. Make sure those bells are over the chest, not over the eyes, and that the elbows are softly bent. Engage that core, keep those heels high. Give me 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, last one, and relax. Let's get rid of those bells. We are going to go into painting leg raises. Thumbs under the rear, bend the left leg, heel at the rear, point the toes on the right foot. We're gonna come up over the hip, flex and lower, point, elevate, flex, and lower. Challenge yourself, get that foot nice and high over the hip. Soft bend in the knee. Engage the core, pulling that belly button behind you. Give me 10 more on this side. And 9. And 8. 7. 6. 5, feeling it, 4, and 3, and 2, last one, point, elevate, flex, and lower. Now bend that leg, heel at the rear, extend the other, point the toes. Let's go, point, elevate, flex, and lower, point, elevate, flex, and lower. Don't be surprised if your hips are a little tighter on one side than the other. Just means you have to work a little harder on that side. Give me 10 more. Engage the core. 8, 7, 6. Get that heel high. And 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Point, elevate, flex, and lower. Now we're going to go on the hands and knees into bird dog holds, 5 seconds. Each hold, 10 on the right side, then 10 on the left. Hands wide, knees wide. We're going to reach out, flex that foot, hold, 3, 2, 1. Back to center, out and reach, hold, 3, 2, 1, back to center. And again, hold, 3, 2, 1, back to center, out and reach. Hips squared up with the floor and those knees, 2, 1, relax. Again, out and hold, 3, 2, 1, relax. Again, 5 more. 2, 1, relax. Again, out and hold. 3, 2, 1, relax. 2 more, out and hold. Hold. 3, 2, 1, relax and switch. Out and hold. 3, 2, 1, relax. Get comfortable. We're going to do the other side. Flex that foot, out and hold. 3, 2, 1, relax. And again, reach, hold, 3, 2, 1, relax. Out and hold, reach, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Again, square those hips up, hold, 3, 2, 1, relax. And again, halfway there, hold, 3, 2, 1, relax. 5 more. Hold, 3, 2, 1, relax. 4 more. Hold, 3, 2, 1, relax. 3 more. Hold, 3, 2, 1, relax. 2 more. Extend, 3, 2, 1, relax. And again, hold, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now we're going to go on our side into those sideline M or W raises. Make sure that the bottom shoulder is comfortable. Hips, knees, and heels stacked. Flex those feet. We're going to come straight up and down, up and forward, up and down, up and back. 4 more sets. Don't let those hips rock. Let that core hold you nice and tight and stacked. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Up, down, up, forward, up, down, up, and to the back. Excellent. Now we're going to stack everything again. Bring those heels to the rear. Knees come straight forward. Hands at the hip bones. We're going to go into clamshell. Squeeze that rear knee up to the ceiling and close it up. Open it up. Close it up. Give me 10 more. Hips stay stacked. Try to keep those heels together. That's usually the hardest part, getting comfortable with those feet. Challenge yourself getting that knee up to the ceiling. Poke it up. Tighten the rear. Give me 5 more on this side. 5 and close. 4 and close. 3 and 2. Last one. Open and close it up. Now we're going to go up and over to the other side. Laying comfortably on that hand and shoulder. Stacking the hips, knees, and heels. Flexing the feet. We're going to go into those W or M raises. Heels up and down. Up and forward, up and down, up into the back. Again, try not to let that heel touch the other foot or the floor. We're working the adductors and the abductors on the inside and the outside of your hips. So we're working both areas. Don't let those hips move. 2 more sets. I know you're on fire. Second round's always more difficult. Last one. Up and down, up and forward, up and down, up into the back. Excellent. Let's finish out with clamshells. Everything stacked, heels at the rear, knees are coming forward, hands at your hip bone. We're going to open and close. Open, tighten the rear and close. Give me 10 more. Knee up to the ceiling. Don't let those hips move. Engage the core so that you're not moving the rest of the torso too much. And 8. Keep the feet together. 7. And 6. And 5. Tighten that rear. Open up the hip. 3. 2. Last one. Open up, tighten the rear, and close it all up. Excellent. Let's land our stomach. Start stretching it out. Point the toes. Bend at the elbows. Let's stretch out the neck and those triceps and the upper back. Hands behind the mid back or the upper back. And bend in at those elbows, pushing those elbows into the floor. Harder you push, the more you're going to feel it. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, plant the hands, come back on all fours, and then curl the toes underneath you and take your time getting up. Let's finish out stretching together, stretching out the full body, feet wide. You're gonna clasp those hands together, tilt the pelvis forward, tighten the rear and reach up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bend to the side, pushing through the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. And gently move to the other side. Stretching out that torso. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Now flip the wrist, push away, bring the feet hip width apart, push your heels into the floor. Pushing in both directions, look up at those hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands apart. They come back together behind the rear. We're going to come into flat back. Hands come back, chest comes forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together, soft bend in the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the head to the ground. Hands come up, keeping that bend in the knees, pushing through the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tilt the pelvis forward, drop the hands and come up. Bring the feet apart, one arm across the body, other hand comes underneath and pulls in. Give yourself a hug. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, switching sides. Make sure you're not pulling on the shoulder or the elbow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, swinging that arm over the head. Grab your ear on the other side, pull away. Drop the shoulder. We're stretching out the neck and the shoulder. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, swing that arm over the head, pull the ear away, and drop that shoulder to the floor. Finish it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Undesk Your Body workout. I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Have a really great one and stay warm. Bye-bye.